Hey guys, welcome to my channel Success Sequence where we daily analyze Nifty and Bank Nifty's important move and expected level for the next day. So in my previous video I did mention that market should slide further. However, we are not sure in which way market could go because the market did took a support at its 8 days exponential moving average, which might imply that the market can bounce back from this particular level and can break on the higher side as well. So there was a confusion. That's the only reason we did not created any position. However, if you see on the today's market, it was very kind of a range bound sort of market. We did try to make a move on a short side, but the move that you saw came quite sharply, and then after the market suddenly fall. So our stop loss, which was merely 10 points, did got hit, and we lost about 750 to 1000 rupees in the process. So that's okay. We need to take that kind of risk when the risk reward is favorable. However, if we could have holded on to that particular position, we could have made some money. But since the volatility was high and market was not easily predictable, so we did not take a chance and only traded with a stop loss of 10 points, which eventually got hit. Now let us try and understand what the move holds, and what kind of target you can see if the market slides downside, or if if it continues its rally on a higher side. So if you can see, a market did got a good three candle. It was a good rally. Now you see a two candle on a downside. So will the market take a U-turn from here on an upside, or it will go down? That needs to be analyzed. So let us start with the option activity range first. So 10,500 to 9,900 is a broad option activity range. So both the side, the risk reward is equally spread, 300 points on upside and 300 points on downside. So if you see the call data, there is no significant position that has happened, or I would say no change in position has happened significantly. What I can see, call long covering and call writing sort of position has got formed. So we can ignore that position. If you see the put side, also there is not much position that has got created due to the volatile market and up and down swing market did took in today. So there is no particular position, but one particular position which I can see at 10,200 level, which is the bearish position, adding 1,13,000 kind of shares. So no clue from option chart data. Risk reward is also equally spread. So now we need to analyze the candlestick, moving averages and technical indicators. So as you can see, market did try to go on a higher side, but faced a good sort of resistance and finally went back down, and now it is trading below uh, its 8 days exponential moving average, 34 days exponential moving average and 21 days exponential moving average, and it's finally at its 55 days exponential moving average again. So if the market goes down from here, 10,093 is the logical target that I can see. On a upside, market has a several resistance, but it needs to break this particular 10,000, this particular 10,000 to 80 marks convincingly, if at all we are going to see some sort of up move. However, if you see, market has again on a higher side created again a good resistance, 10,290. So basically what I'm trying to suggest is, on a upside, market has a good sort of resistance to break. On a downside, market has nothing to do much. Straight away 10,093 you could see if there is a kind of move that we are expecting comes. So if you broadly see the moving averages, what you can see, there is a sharp recovery in white line, and the red line is also going down. So there is some sort of what you should say, there is a pattern, and which is a very smoothly emerging. So if the market goes down, a straight away a bullish crossover will get formed, and which is good enough, I guess, to take a market down at a 10,093 kind of level. uh, as you can see, MACD is stalling at its exponential averages, and any down move here which will be converted into a bearish crossover, that to on a negative side. Definitely, if that happens, you are going to see a very aggressive down move. RSI facing resistance, some sort of double top kind of pattern, has a good chance to go down, and the support comes at 27 level. So there are a good chances that market can go down from here. CCI is now uh, off from the positive zone, and it's now trading near its exponential averages. If it breaks on a downside, here you can see when it broken on a downside, we did saw a good move, and if it breaks here also, you can see a good move on a downside. Volatility is decreasing because the market is going up and down on the both the sides. There is no particular kind of convincing position that you should take, and volatility is also not I mean, there is a dip in volatility because when you see, if you see a good sort of move on either side, you will see a volatility coming in this kind of analysis. So I don't think that there is any sort of clarity prevailing in the market right now. If you see, we are on a downward sloping channel, as I mentioned earlier. So if you take that also, you can see a downside that is expected from this kind of market, but it will challenge you. So that's the only reason we are not taking any position from the bearish side or on a bullish side, because market can take a swing on a up and down side. And since the Gujarat election sort of event is there, we should not take a risk because it can result in unnecessary loss. So that's the only reason, and it is not necessary that we should trade every day. So that was my analysis for the Nifty. What is, I did suggested you the important level if at all the market trades on either side. Most of the time, I think you will see a sort of range bound market if the level does not get broken. So let us see the Bank Nifty analysis. So 25,000, a very strong support for the Bank Nifty is now getting challenged, and we need to see what this particular level holds. So let me just show you. The first we'll check the option activity range, 25,500 to 24,700, 500 points on the upside, 300 points on downside. Now here I can see a convincing position getting formed in a Bank Nifty. I can see good amount of call writing happening on level of 24,900, 24,700 and 25,100 kind of level. So on a lower side like 24,700, I can see a good sort of call writing that is happening. So stable to bearish kind of market is what market call participants are especially expecting. On a put side, again I can see a clarity here, 24,700, 24,900. I can see a fresh bearish position getting created. So if you see, 89 days exponential moving average is the next logical target, and that's where the aggressive bearish position has been created. So any downside, and you can expect a 24,744 in the Bank Nifty straight away. 25,000 to 25,500, I can see a put short covering, though not aggressive, but it has started. So Bank Nifty looks bearish to me, but as you can see, we need to confirm because we have not taken any position either bullish or bearish. So let us see. What we can see here is the MACD is now trading below the exponential average in the negative zone and creating forming a bearish crossover. So negative MACD in the negative zone and a bearish crossover. I think if it happens, we can again definitely see a good sort of down move. RSI already facing resistance and going down. CCI has already broken its exponential average, and volatility is taking support, and if it increases, we can definitely see a good move going on a downside and taking the Nifty, Bank Nifty till 24,744. So these are the level you should keep in mind. On a higher side, I think 25,700, 25,172 is a good resistance for the market, so it needs to cross this particular level if you want, if at all any high side you want to observe in the Bank Nifty. So very difficult to read in this kind of market because there is a high volatility due to various events that are due. So trade very carefully, and if possible, if you do not have any clarity, don't trade. So, and if you want to learn the system how that I use to take a buy and sell signal, you can always check the video description where I have provided a separate playlist systematically to understand the strategy, understand the whole system that we are using. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you want to make me more of such video, please help me by subscribing to my channel, share it in your WhatsApp group, and if you have any doubt, you can always mention it in the comment section of the video. Thank you, guys. I'll see you in the next video.